for being calm throughout all the sleepless days and nights, aside from being bright, of course, and being very patient with all of us on both camps, whether it's a House of Representatives or the Senate, and even with the staff. For that, we're very, very grateful. And allow me to say that even if I was a chair for 5 years, I learned so much from Senator Sherwin Gatchalian. I would also like to thank the Senate leadership, Senate President Tito Soto, Senate Pro Tempore, Ping Lacson, who had guided us throughout the BICAM, even if you were not physically there, so that we could come up with the best and most transparent budget possible, as well as each and every member of the chamber. It was really it was a new experience for me, even if I had been here for almost the longest time, but it was very refreshing, so to speak. Yesterday, the 28th of December, in my capacity as a member of the Senate and member of the Bicameral Conference Committee, I voted in favor of the Bicameral Conference Committee report subject to certain reservations. My reservations arise from the national government's continued failure to remit PhilHealth's actual legally mandated sin tax revenues from year 2023 onwards and statutory shares from PCSO and PAGCOR since 2019, undermining the Universal Healthcare Act, principally authored by our dear colleague Senator J.V. Ejercito and supported by all of us here, and delaying the transition to an institutionally guaranteed zero out-of-pocket care framework in public health utilities and facilities. I further emphasize that our shared responsibility does not end with the enactment of the 2026 GAA. We must continue to closely monitor and evaluate the implementation of all health programs by the Department of Health, as well as projects across all implementing agencies to ensure that approved appropriations translate into measurable outcomes and full value for public investment. Despite these reservations, I stand by the Bicameral Conference Committee report, which seeks to strengthen our human capital through sustained investments in health, education, the highest in history, I believe, agriculture, and other sectors that directly affect productivity and quality of life. It positions human development as a central driver of economic growth rather than a secondary objective. Ang paglandang ito ay hindi formalidad lamang, bagkus ito'y paninindigan na ang bawat pisong inilaan ay may malinaw na layunin at dapat maghatid ng tunay na susukat at konkretong pakinabang sa bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Thank you, Mr. President.